A squared minus B squared equals 64, AB equal 255. At first, try to find one answer. Look, three numbers are famous. If you can't also find one answer, it's okay. But one good way always to try to see can we have any answer? And put difference of which two numbers equals 64. There are three. We can call them Pythagorean numbers. 7 squared, we know, which is 289, equal to 225 plus 64. These three numbers are famous. So 17 squared, 225 is 15 squared, minus 15 squared is 64. And if we check 17 times 15, is it 255? We will see that we can see 255 is multiple of 3. You can write it as 8, 85. So it is 3 times 5 times 70 is 15 times 70. So we found one answer, and also you can consider negative 17, negative 50. Okay, so we found two answers. AB, you can say 17, 15, also negative 17, negative. Okay, so let's focus on rest of the problem. Here, we can say, okay, we can write B in terms of AB equal to 255. We want to see, do we have any other answer? In complex numbers, we have. So let's check. B equal to 255 over N. If we call it first one, if we replace it in first one, A squared minus, we replace B with 255 over A squared equal to 64. And it will be A squared minus 255 squared, or A squared equal to 64. Next step, we multiply both sides by A squared. So it will be A to the 4 minus 255 squared equal to 64A squared. Take it to left hand side, so it will be A to the 4 minus 64A squared minus 255 squared equal to 0. Okay, now you can say that we can factorize. So A squared, A squared. Their difference should be negative 64. The product should be this. So if we replace it with negative 17 squared plus 15 squared, negative 17 squared plus 15 squared is negative 64. The product is negative 255 squared is equal to 0. So the first one is 0 or second one is 0. First one is 0. A squared is 17 squared. A is plus minus 17. We've checked here. Now let's consider this case. A squared plus 15 squared equal to 0. So A squared plus 15 squared equal to 0. So A squared equal to negative 15 squared. And we can conclude what? We can conclude A equal to plus minus 15i. And because we know AB is 255, B is 255, which is 15 times 17. You can say, okay, if A is 15i, it should be negative 17i. I squared is negative 1. The only thing you should know is I equal to root negative 1, and then I squared is negative 1 in complex numbers. In real numbers, the problem has been finished. 17, 15, negative 17, negative 15. We are working in complex numbers. The only thing you need to know is I equal to root negative 1. Okay, 15i if A, B should be negative 17 over 17i, then I squared negative 1. The product will be 15 times 17. The next one, negative 15i. We can see that B will be 17i. Okay, so let's write 15i. It will be negative 17i. And the next one is negative 15i, 17i. Okay, so these answers are the first two answers are in real numbers, and all answers are in complex numbers. Complex numbers include also real numbers. If you had question, send message to my WhatsApp number, and please don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell and like the video. Thanks.